And the backup, Shen Shaigong from China. The semi-finalists are just about to be announced. Two teams that play very different styles. The winner will play Krasilnikov and Xiamen from Russia. Oleg Stoyanovsky, the big blocker from Russia, makes his way onto center court. 2 meters, 5 centimeters high. He will be doing the hard graft at the net. But this man will also not go unnoticed. Igor Velichko resides in Obnik in Russia. 1 World Tour win in Quinshao in 2018. Stoyanovsky, well, his only win coming at the Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing in 2014. Time to meet one of the best teams in the game at the moment. First out for Poland, Piotr Kantor. This team have been together for what seems like forever. 2009 they got together, and they're still both only 25 years old. Bartosz Loziak, the second man out to the sand, wearing the number 2 jersey. Kantor, Loziak have won 3 age group events. So 3 junior world championships. They took a 5th in Doha, and they've already gone better here. They play in a flamboyant style. They'll play the ball on 2, they'll play it quick. They will be an absolute nightmare for their opposing team, especially against the matchup of Stoyanovsky. He's a big blocker. Poland will look to move him around. Poland with the serve. First side out. And the first point goes to Russia and Igor Velichko. Velichko pushes the ball very, very deep. Kantor just whips one back. That's some arm from Kantor. It's fast, it's a very quick rip, smooth, and his thumb ends up right in his right pocket, goes right the way through the ball very nicely. Velichko, the target yet again, and he's turned both back to the line very, very strongly. Great start from the Russians. He's mostly played satellites before with Maxim Sivelap. Stoyanovsky usually playing with Artem Yarzutkin, but due to injuries, Vyacheslav Nurka, the Russian coach, put these two together for Doha, and they took a second, so if it's not broke, the Russian coach actually isn't fixing it and changing anything. Difficult for Yarzutkin and Sivelap, who are left without playing time, but in an interview, the Russians have said they're all about medals and they don't get to pick their own team, but they'll go with whatever's winning, and this looks like a match made in heaven early on. This time Kantor just chips off the block. Serve from Kantor, this time going on Stoyanovsky. Very nice blocking as well. Hands penetrating the net right in the face of Stoyanovsky. It's impressive, he jumps back to the line there, Kantor. You can see him hiding out, he's so low in his block. He's out the vision of Stoyanovsky, so Stoyanovsky has no idea where Kantor's going to pop out from. This time they leave Stoyanovsky alone. They go back to Velichko. It's a missed serve though. Interesting how many times we see that. A change of ends or a timeout, the following serve. is an error. That is not an error from Stoyanovski. There's an absolute ripper. Talking of rippers, it's an absolute ripper in the block as well. Stoyanovski getting his own back on Poland. Jump serving. Goofy toss as well. Has to chase into the net quick. He doesn't come in so quick, but the height on the pass gives him time to set up. Kantor again. It's Loziak in your picture. Kantor Loziak winning once on the FIVB World Tour in Rio de Janeiro in 2016, but they're a team that no longer surprises the world. Lots of people in awe when Kantor and Loziak were running the wide sets, running everything on two, running everything so quick, trying to really play games with the block defense. And we'll see that again. This one certainly isn't going their way, though. Stoyanovski does so well to turn. Managed to still send his arm through that one. Short serve on Kantor. Has a good look at the court. It's good serving. Bringing Kantor in short. Yet again, as a left side player, it's very important to make space on your approach, to make sure that your chest is facing that back corner. And when you serve straight on that angle, it makes it very difficult to do that. It makes it very easy to go to the line. But unfortunately, when you're trying to go to the line, Stoyanovski is there waiting for you, straight in your face. Kantor, Loziak under pressure, 3 down. They have to sit down. They have to call a timeout. The Russians playing completely to their strengths. They know they have a big block, so they're just trying to keep the serve short, block in the Polish. When they're served short, if they can't run the two ball, they can't really run any plays. They can't run a reverse from that position on the court either. And it also brings Kantor straight into the block of Stoyanovski. There's another one. Perfect from Stoyanovski. Struggling again, Kantor, to get out. Stoyanovski doesn't have to move. You feel that to be successful here, it's so high from Stoyanovski, so well over the net. But you feel that to be successful here, they'd have to run the ball quicker. They run it from outside to win now, Kantor, and they find the seam very well. But they have to run the ball around against Stoyanovski and make it difficult for him. They're chasing everything down. The spike's gone long. Poland do score a point. Service pressure has gone slightly up from Poland. Great side out again from Velichko. This time just wraps the ball on the angle. Again has a good look at the court at the bottom of the jump. Goofy-handed jump serve again, this time finds the net, but they're going risk versus reward at this level. You have to serve tough because you have to put the opposition under pressure. If you serve too lightly, it becomes very easy to put the ball on the floor. Impressive from Velichko. Again, sees the court, his arm's so quick, brings it through so nicely. Easy. It's making it look easy. Poland, on the other hand, are struggling. The jump serve of Stoyanovski is getting them out of system. The straight line serving here of Velichko is also causing all sorts of problems. Kantor Loziak can't run their game. The back set is successful this time. Very smart shots from Kantor. Almost takes the net down with him, Peter Kantor. But that, quite simply, sums up this start for Poland. Stoyanovski with an absolutely electrifying ping from the baseline, matched from the Polish in offense. And they're still alive here. They're just 3 points down as we reach the technical timeout. Technical timeout. Not every player or coach's favorite thing, but it's a minute to talk about problem solving, changing tactics. For Poland, a chance to really try and tighten up. Top seeds for this one, Peter Kantor and Bartosz Loziak. So far, it's Russia doing all of the pushing and putting all of the pressure on the Polish duo. A final 4 at Hamburg at the World Tour Finals, silver at the Hague 4-star event, where they beat the winner of last year's tournament here, Braumusen. Better from Poland. It's another kill block on Oleg Stoyanovski. They have to go late on in Poland. If there's one thing they're very good at, it's going late in their block defense. Just see how low Kantor goes. He hides out, A, to get height, but B, within his block, to stay out the vision of the hitter and then pop up like a jack in the box last moment to take an area of courts. It's caught Stoyanovski out a couple of times, but that time Stoyanovski was just too good. Kantor swinging from the left side, tries to chip line, but Stoyanovski has his eyes well and truly on him. Now they speed the game up. Kantor Loziak for the first time. It's a quick set to the pin, something they've become accustomed to. And as soon as they can do this, you can see Stoyanovski always playing second best. He's trying to block the line, but the ball's so quick he can't actually get out to cover the line with his hands. He leaves the gap. Poland take advantage of it. Igor Velichko trying to side out. That's another point for Poland. 3 down at the technical timeout. That's just changed to 1 here. They're starting to become comfortable and find multiple ways of scoring points. This time, Stoyanovski's a little bit late in the block. He's not formed. Kantor did well to slow his arm down. Missed serve. Again, it's a 2-point game. A lot rests on the jump serve here of Oleg Stoyanovski. If he chooses to jump serve, that is. Of course he does. Tosses the ball into the court and misses out. Again, high risk versus reward. Another day that ball might clip the tape and all of a sudden Russia are 3 points up. Fortunately he misses and it's back to 1. It's a game of those sorts of margins. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. 2 missed serves in a row. The teams change ends every 7 points just to make fair of the conditions. And there's not much in this one. Kantor yet again served on that straight angle. They're really trying to cramp him in to the outside of the court, Cantor, and it's working. Maybe 3 or 4 times we've seen Velichko go back to the line from that central area. This time Cantor's well in the way and he's well formed. Lights out, bang you straight out from Cantor. Seen some crushing blows from that area of court, but not that time. Cantor again, this time serves very straight on Velichko. Well, does well to operate his arm away from his body there, hit away from the body on a pretty sharp angle. Good siding out from Russia. They still lead by 2. Poland are improving here. Now they can run the plays that they want to. Excellent work from Cantor and Loziak. That's what they're looking to do all day long. Try and outrun Stoyanovsky for speed. They know they're shorter, which in theory means they're quicker. So when it comes to running the ball across the net, they know if they run quick and they try and play the ball down the line, they're at least going to try and get a tool off the outside hand of Stoyanovsky. Beautiful work. Cantor, this time with the block. He's well and truly in the game now, Peter Cantor. Inside out and in block defense. 3 in a row from Peter Cantor. He's an absolute threat wherever he is at the moment. Whether he's siding out or whether he's in the block. There's one. He goes late, gets the touch. And there's a second one off the inside hand, really fiercely forming over the net. Loziak with the ball in hand. We're all tied here at 16-all. Igor Velichko this time, again through that centre area. He loves coming back to the line. It's a very straight approach. Arm swing also draws the ball that way. Something that Poland will know from that zone. Cantor this time, let's rip to the line. Massive. Cantor wasn't overly effective for the first half of this set. For the second half of this set, he has been unstoppable. Starting to feel a little bit of rain in the air again. See that Stoyanovsky sometimes will just be too high. 6'9", 2 meters, 5 centimeters. Cantor is still 6'7", so he is in no way a small man, Peter Cantor. Poor from Stoyanovsky. We're tied at 18s. Risk and reward though, he might have another go at the end of this set with that jump serve, and it might just pay off. Stoyanovsky hitting the ball from 6'9" against Cantor at 6'7". It's a big man's game nowadays, beach volleyball. All day, Velichko goes to the line, doesn't he? He loves it. We've seen him fade one back on the angle, but loves that line shot out of system. It's a great change up in serve from Russia, and why not? But it's equal chance for Cantor all day long. It's a gift for Cantor. He does not need to be asked twice. It almost paid off though, this gamble to change up onto Loziak with the serve from Russia. They made the dig, but unfortunately couldn't keep control of the ball. Velichko. This time there's a change in the tactic. Looks as if they were going to block angle and defend the line. He drops his arm to shoot the ball, Velichko, but he goes so late. But it's all good. Finds the sand. Set point, Stoyanovsky ripping. Only finding the net. That's 3 missed serves in a row from Stoyanovsky. Not something he will want to become accustomed to. We are tied and we are going to overtime. But everybody wants to miss their serve. The pressure is well and truly on these athletes. Serve from Velichko. Back to Peter Cantor. A double touch seals the set. Loziak, potentially it's a slightly wet ball, but you would still expect more from Loziak underneath that pressure. It's a fumble, and it's gifted the first set here to Russia. Stoyanovski and Velichko take the first one here as we welcome our dancers back on the centre court. But it's Russia that lead the charge here. Stoyanovski, Velichko lead Cantor. Loziak, the #1 seed for this tournament, 1-0. Set 2 about to get underway here from Southeast China. Xiamen, the second 4-star event of the year, following on from Doha. The other 4-star events coming our way from Huntington Beach, Itapema, Brazil, Ostrava in the Czech Republic, Warsaw, Espino in Portugal, Tokyo, Japan, Moscow, and then we come back to China for the last 4-star. So many events nowadays, especially with the major series as well, and then multiple events at 3-star, 2-star and 1-star level. Bright future for beach volleyball on the World Tour. Bright future for Igor Velichko, 22-year-old. Seen him use the line from that central position in the first set lots of times. Now we just see him fade the ball on the angle. Cantor chips away. This Polish team are seeded 1 for this tournament. Undefeated so far with wins against China, and then Taylor Crabb and Jake Gibb. Team with so much promise. The experience of Gibb and the smoothness of Taylor Crabb. They've also beaten Pedler and Shakhtar from Canada, another exciting team on the World Tour. Just with their silver medal from the Commonwealth Games last week. Unbelievable runs of plays from Cantor. Stepping inside, then hitting the quick set to the outside, but it's well read from Russia. They get a second chance here. And all that jiggery-pokery. Maybe a hand over from Stoyanovski. Not given from the referee. Yes, it is, but very late. Stoyanovski is a very, very tall man. The hand cannot get, or not allowed to be over the net, interfering with play. I think we'd all say his hand is well and truly over the net from Mr. Stoyanovski. Cantor and Loziak also beating Michael Brill and Gregor Fidjelak from Poland. Fairly new Polish team, but for those beach volleyball fans, Fidjelak played with Mariusz Prudel for a long, long time. Polish fans will remember the glorious days of Fidjelak and Prudel on the World Tour. Ball bouncing around all over the place. Point to Russia. In system again, Cantor running this slightly higher ball, something they've been working on. Great work from Stoyanovski. He's like a predator, waiting for his prey. He's quiet, he's settled, he's watching the approach of the spiker, and as soon as he sees that arm slow down and drop, he knows the ball's going to be shot, then he just swats it straight down. Beautiful work. This Russian team beating Jasper Buta and Christian Varenhorst. Varenhorst, for those who remember, him losing out at the World Championships in 2015, playing with the legend of the game that's Numador. They won in 3. Stoyanovski and Velichko. It's another big block from Stoyanovski. Also beating Billy Allen and Ryan Doherty. American team with a lot of promise. Billy Allen, just all-round skills. He's a phenomenal player. And he's with the avatar Doherty at over 7 foot tall. So there's a lot of promise there. Stoyanovski chips back to the line very nicely. They've also beaten Alvaro Filo and Xiamen Barboza. Very strong team. Very quick arm of left arm of Alvaro Filo. Timeout here as Russia leads 6-3. Pretty dominant. Stoyanovski leading the charge. Stoyanovski and Velichko also then beating Andrei Perusic and David Scherner from the Czech Republic. 2 very quick sets, winning their quarterfinal in half an hour. It's all set up for a dramatic finish. So far though, it's Russia playing all the ball. Velichko, just with that poppy jump float serve, back set all day. Once again, they're challenging the blocker, but also it's so difficult for the defender to have to step round and protect the angle in defense and then run all the way back to chase the line shot down. Reverse set, shoot high line, win so many points in this game. They're comfortable, Kantor Loziak, when they can run the ball around. Snap to the angle, dug delightfully well from Loziak. Second chance from Velichko from the left side. He just tries to pop the ball on a cut shot, but again he's red from Poland. Loziak on flames here. He is lit. Intriguing, but testing times. Velichko loses his height in the air, but he gets a massive favour off the net band. Thank you very much, he'll be saying. He's approaching very straight, so he tries to turn it back with his upper body. He loses some height when he tries to do that. Stoyanovski doesn't get the rub of the green, though. Impressive, Stoyanovski. He's improving very fast at this level. European under-22 champion last year in Baden, playing with Yarzutkin, now with Velichko. Velichko again, he knows the situation that's been dealt. He has a good look at the court. Technically, not the best shot you're ever going to see. Drops the elbow, not really disguising it, but because he has such a good look at the court and he sees the defender Loziak go so early on the line, he knows he just has to place the ball into the gap and score the points. Both teams fighting this one out. Stoyanovski with the transition set. Velichko, that's his very, very happy place going to the line. Same as a lot of Russian left side players, actually. Kantor has a little look. Accuracy, perfect. Again, not at his highest. Almost on the way down when he's hitting the ball here. Let's have another look. Has a very, very good look through the net, good vision. So many teams will look to play short line over the block of Stoyanovski. They'll look to run him wide and make him work to try and get a block up at the net and then work off his hands. If you do have to play the up and down ball, shooting short line like so many teams have done to Semenov in the past. Big Russian blockers. You have to make them work for it. It's a quicker ball. Delightful stuff. They make it look so easy when they run this quick tempo, but it's not. They don't have to hit the ball hard. They're running a fast play to make the block and defense rush. Velichko couldn't get settled, so he couldn't chase down the line shot. He can chase that one down, though. And it's a great set from Velichko. And he gets pointed at straight away from Stoyanovski, who appreciates the hard work of his partner. He's at full speed. He's at full stretch. And he just manages to get one arm, his right hand, round the ball. But my, oh my, does he put it in a good spot. Stoyanovski eats that for breakfast. Quick plays again, Kantor Loziak. Struggling to line up on the block. Stoyanovski. It's too quick. There's no way that Kantor can hit the line there, but he knows that. He's beating Stoyanovski for speed. To hit the ball on the angle, he does it well. Late in the block. Parks well there, Loziak, and he gets rewarded with a great transition set. Placement again, but Velichko is all over everything. Stoyanovski, great agility for a big man. Unfortunately, the third touch is a little bit wide of the mark. We go to the technical timeout at 11:10. This game is heating well and truly up here from Xiamen. Tension building. Kantor and Loziak, one set behind and also trailing 11-10. Velichko just making side-out life and pressure. Looks so simple. But Kantor and Loziak are starting to find some rhythm in their passing. And they're starting to run more plays, which is what the volleyball fans have been accustomed to, watching Kantor and Loziak just fire the ball around at speed. Couldn't really do it in the first set. Inside from Stoyanovski. Getting credit on the approach to Stoyanovski. He passes on an angle, but then he shifts his feet very close to his partner, so the ball goes over onto his hitting arm, his right side. It's a big swing on the angle, more wide plays. Great court vision, Stoyanovski this time. Miraculous recovery, has to go for it though. Velichko. Stoyanovski will not mind that too much because his partner is still being aggressive, still trying to win the point. Every chance possible. Kantor straight down the line again to Stoyanovski. Comes straight into block. Jumps in on the angle. Great recovery again from Stoyanovski. His reactions for a big man are phenomenal. Sometimes hitters are just a little bit better at covering when it's their own block. More funky plays. Tries to look like he's going overhead, then he comes back inside. Kantor isn't successful that time, he's dug. Good patience from Russia. They're rewarded, and their reward is a 3-point lead. This time on two, he's clearly going for the two ball, potentially a net touch. No net touch given, it was tight, but Loziak does the rest. The 2-ball, a good way to release pressure. It also keeps Stoyanovski honest that he has to track the setter when he's blocking as well. Keeps him very honest, and it might just relieve a bit more pressure on Kantor in the next play. Velichko sided out like an absolute Trojan all day. This time it's off the chest of Loziak. He has a chance, chips away, potentially has a touch, no touch given. Another point for Russia, and our #1 seeds, the Xiamen 4-star, are looking at a defeat here. Kantor Loziak versus Alisson and Bruno for bronze. An all-Russian final. Looks like it could be on the cards. Kantor goes back to the line. He's athletic. He's a big unit. And you'd think that side out just keeps Poland hanging on. Maybe not. It's another miss from Kantor. This time he comes inside. He knows he's got the block with him, so he knuckles back to the line, knowing fair well that the defender's sat on the angle, but he misses. The margin of error is so small. But Russia have a 4-point lead, and it looks like they will be playing for gold, surely. Kantor hanging on this time, goes back to swing angle, gets his feet to the ball, very nice. His feet are just on a slight angle, facing into court, so it just means that any ball that lands inside, his feet are already facing that general direction. He can get his feet to the ball and he can really fire through it. Stoyanovski the target, but he's well off the net. But when you're 7 foot tall almost, you can score from anywhere. There's an old saying, you can pass poorly, you can set poorly, but you can still score a point. Stoyanovski has just proved that. Wide sets again, looking maybe to Tool. No, it's a pat to the inside. This time the point does go to Poland. They do get away with it. There's a change of ends. Long way back here for Kantor and Loziak. Shown so much character, Velichko, so far. It's another side out. It's not a clean side out, meaning that it doesn't hit the sand or it doesn't go into the net straight away. But it's another swing that just causes so much pressure on the Polish duo. Oleg Stoyanovski serving for the match against Kantor and Loziak. And the ball on 2. And Bartosz Loziak just clips the back half of the black line. First set and match point saved. Timeout called from Russia. Very wise decision just to break the rhythm of Kantor and Loziak. They have it in the locker. Why not use it? Puts more pressure on Bartosz Loziak from Poland behind the service line. They're not happy, Poland, #1 seeds for this competition, but they have been out-hustled. They've not been able to really run that flamboyant, exciting game. There's been snippets of it for sure, but consistency hasn't been there from the #1 seeds, and it looks as if Stoyanovski and Velichko will be going through to the gold medal game against Krasilnikov and Xiamen. Could be an all-Russian final here from China. They need big moments. They're a big team with big aspirations. Serving to stay in the match. Bartosz Loziak Velichko finds the block of Kantor, maybe in the face of Kantor actually. Second time, Stoyanovski goes to the line and puts his team into the gold medal match here in Xiamen. Oleg Stoyanovski and Igor Velichko from Russia beat Peter Kantor and Bartosz Loziak, the #1 seeds from Poland, 2-0, and they will go through to meet the #7 seeds, Krasilnikov and Xiamen, also from Russia. Such a big display at such a big time for Stoyanovski and Velichko. Kantor and Loziak never really got going. Kantor obviously having problems with his sunglasses, might have affected the vision, especially the line of the block there. He's 2 inside. Easy pickings for Stoyanovski to put that ball away down the line and book his and his partner's spots in tomorrow's gold medal game. Stoyanovski and Velichko, they're a new pairing, but they're one to be feared. They beat #1 seeds Kantor and Loziak from Poland 22-20, 21-17.